Paul, all Roy Orbison songs tonight, pretty much?
Well, we wish we could have done that.
That was Only the Lonely.
Only the Lonely, yeah. He's got a lot of classics.
He sounds great with you guys.
Great?
It's a good combination.
He's terrific.
Our next guest is a very funny actor and comedian who can currently be seen in the series Full House on another network. Please say hello to Bob Saget. My gosh, what a peppy entrance.
I know.
You just got right out here.
And the music made me want a pony.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm really doing great. And I don't do prop stuff or
Yeah,
anything.
you have items here.
Well, what happened was I walked in my dressing room,
Right.
and I'm not going to put the show down at all, because I would, I'd basically kiss up to you and everyone here very easily. I make no bones about being a geek. And this is basically a month-old thing of pretzels,
Right.
little pretzel sticks, and this was in there, and I have no idea what it was. And then my comedy mind, I put them together.
There you go.
I figured this is just like for
sure.
actual
Yeah.
easy access, you can just do
Right
that.
there.
Would you like one?
No, thanks. But this is the
Now I have no way to
decanter.
get out of this
Yeah.
page.
Well, no, that's very nice. Thanks for bringing those out here.
I know, kind of a Jonathan Winters thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy. You just went. If we threw you anything, you could run with it.
I know.
Probably. Yeah.
You can tell from my entrance. I'm ready to fly. Speaking of flies,
You came from Los Angeles?
I did. I just flew in.
Yeah, you're living there now because for a while you were here in New York, but you're back there now.
That's right.
Yeah. How was your flight?
God, you know so much about me. But we're buddies now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you don't really.
Did you have any trouble coming in?
Actually, it's funny that you asked that, because this is truth. This is not just for bit purposes. I was actually thinking, there's so many accidents now, and the plane's breaking in half on the front page of the paper. I'm wondering, if we did die, who would get my flight mileage?
Yeah, that is a real consideration.
Or like if the plane crashed in like Chicago, would we only get half the mileage?
Yeah.
How would that work out?
No, I think they'd go ahead and comp you on the full trip.
You think they would do that?
Yeah, probably so.
Man, that's nice of them.
Yeah.
And my wife could get a free trip and just party all the way to Hawaii.
Yeah. How's the show? Is now the CBS morning program?
Right.
That's now a different program?
It's something else now. It changed immediately.
That was your first network exposure on a regular basis, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Did you enjoy that? You were the
yeah, I was the, I guess, sidekick.
yeah, the announcer, sidekick, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was a nice experience. And then they started changing it a little bit. It was kind of like a family. Kind of like it was like Ordinary People. That's the kind of family it was like. No, sorry. If anybody's watching, I'm sorry. No, it was a lot of fun to do.
And who all was on the show? Yourself, of course.
And Marriott Hartley.
Hartley.
Rollins Smith.
Yeah.
And Mark McEwen,
Right.
who's now on the new morning show.
Oh, he's on the new morning show.
That's
and
right.
Marriott is doing films with
That's right.
Rollins on Broadway.
Rollins is, I think, starring in La Cage aux Folles right now. Actually, our baseball team played your baseball team.
Yeah, now where were you?
I was not available that day. I was doing prop stuff in my dressing room
Yeah, I see.
because I'm so good at that.
Do you know who won the game? Did they beat us?
I don't think they ever beat anybody. We beat one team. I swear that's why I said La Cage aux Folles. We beat La Cage aux Folles. We beat the Broadway League of La Cage aux Folles.
Yeah.
You have no idea what a rush of confidence that gives you, beating guys in Dan skin and ponytails.
Well, you guys you're headed for Cooperstown then. But anyway,
the network was actually coaching the baseball team, hoping that would help the show.
So that show is now gone, and you're on your other show, which is Full House. Now, what is the deal there? It's three grown men living in a house and raising a kid, right?
In San Francisco.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have 3 daughters.
Oh, you have 3 daughters?
I have 3 daughters. I'm a widower.
I see.
I was calling the show Father Knows Death for a while. Kind of But it's so weird talking about a sitcom, because it's that you try to explain the premise. And my wife, who's very funny, she said that I should say that I'm on a sitcom with Gary Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger called Different Arnolds. Which I like that guy. He laughed real hard.
Well, no, that's very amusing. Your wife must be quite funny.
She's very much funnier than I am.
And
she said that Empire of the Sun was about Steven Spielberg's kids' trust fund. That's what she said. That's not as funny as Different Arnolds.
We're down to the B material now.
Okay.
As far as your wife goes.
Let me get my prop.
No. Tell me about. I know you kids recently had a baby. You and your wife. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
she's
actually,
not really
recently.
a kid.
It's been a year, hasn't it?
It's been 10.5 months.
Yeah,
My daughter is asleep right now.
Yeah.
Because we chloroform her. No, we.
So you can't. You got to be careful what you say there.
I know we don't really chloroform her.
No.
No. We get her drunk.
Yeah.
And then she goes to bed. She's at home right now wearing lipstick and a go-go wig. She's real mature. She drinks coffee and drives. We love her. We're actually. My daughter does something real funny. She just started calling me Dad. For a long time, she was calling me Bob. So it's like a huge insult from an infant. She would say to my wife, "Mom, Mom, Mom," look at me and go, "Bob."
Yeah.
Bob, Bob, Bob. She really does that.
Yeah.
She just started Dad, Dad.
Yeah. Well, that must have been gratifying.
It was. And then she looked at every guy and said, "Dad, Dad." So we don't really know.
No, that's no good.
Dad is. No, we do. It's only me. My wife never goes out of the house. She stays at home. It's kind of a Sunset Boulevard kind of thing. looks in the mirror like that.
Yeah. Do you miss living in New York at all?
You know, I actually do, and I'm not just kissing up for the second time. I really do miss this town. The night before we moved, I had to rush to Lenox Hill Hospital because I slipped my eyebrow right here.
Oh, is that right? I can see you have a little mark left there, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a little one.
I freaked out because I'm on television, and what's going to happen? My face is going to be ruined, and I said, "Honey, look at this." And she got sick, and I left to the hospital. And I went to Lenox Hill, and they said a resident was going to sew me up. And it wasn't even a doctor, it was just a guy that lived in the hospital. So, a set of keys.
A lifer.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I have to pick up the blue card here, Bob.
Oh, darn.
It's Full House. When is it on?
It's on Fridays at 8 o'clock
Fridays
on another.
on another network. All right, good. Nice to see you. Come
Good
back
to see
again.
you, David.
Bob Saget, folks. We'll be right back here. Okay, sounds orchestral and cast your fate to the wind. Thank you very much. You're listening to The Light One, FM 103. My thanks to Andrea Martin, Roy Orbison, and of course, young Bob Saget. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks, with Martin Mull, Basil Safer, and Ann Archer. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. By the way, I can't recommend those picture phones highly enough. They're just great, and great fun to have. That hasn't worked once.
A wonder of modern science.
Our next guest is the star of the hit series Full House, which can be seen Friday evenings on another network. Please welcome back to this program, Bob Saget. Hi, Bob. Bob Saget. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello.
Bob, what can you tell us of this show, Full House?
Well, first thing, I just got back from Oaxaca.
Ah, congratulations.
I had a great time there.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I danced in a Viking helmet and culottes.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's weird. Our show, Full House, actually, we had a goat on it, similar to what happened here with Jack Hanna and the Beaver. And the goat came over, and every time they yelled action, the goat basically just did its business.
Is that right?
On the show, we called it Outhouse that week. There was a goat and a horse.
Now this show's been on the air how long?
It's on its second season. We're about 7 shows in. We go, second season.
In Full House, it's
It's 3 wacky guys, played by myself, Dave Coulier, and John Stamos.
And you're all
I'm the father.
Kids.
I'm the father of 3 children. And I have 3 daughters. I have a baby on the show, which is played by twins.
Right.
Actually, it's a 2-headed baby, is what it is. It's they chroma key one of the heads out.
And that's nice.
It's a Hydra baby.
Nice, sure.
And I'm a father on television. But it's a great show to do. It's actually getting really successward, which makes me damn happy because I have a mortgage and a life.
Congratulations.
I'm a happy yuppie. I actually had. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
No, but you were.
That's all right. I had virtually nothing to say.
Okay, so you were just loading up.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in a car. No, I wasn't in an accident myself, but John Stamos, the guy, in case anybody doesn't know, he was on the show General Hospital for a while and a couple other shows. That's very good. Jesse from General Hospital is here, and we were actually in a car together, and this happened 3 weeks ago. I swear this happened. We were on Beverly Glen, making a left on Pico.
Beverly Glen
so you
in
know
Los Angeles?
I thought everybody knew.
No, everybody doesn't know.
I know. I have a Thomas Brothers map in my pants. So what happened, we'll be back after this. Oh, man. So this is a true thing. This woman was really not a smart person and was making a left without looking, and a bus was going 40 miles an hour. She was in her car, and, which is convenient. And the bus hit her car, and she spun around 3 times, and I made a wish, which is customary at that time. And, and then I played Wipeout on the dash. And no, she was rolling in the middle of the street. And John Stamos, who is kind of an Action Jackson kind of guy, opens up his briefcase, takes out a cellular phone, and goes, "Quick, call 911. Which is like, right, it was amazing. Sure. He hops out of the car, I swear this happened. He stops traffic and says, "I'm not a doctor, but I've been with some on television." And he runs to the middle lane, and her car is rolling down the street. I'm trying to find the on switch on the cellular phone, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, how much is every call? Should I get a cellular phone? You know, is it going to be $1.50 like in cars, or is it going to, I don't know, is there a base station? And then I'm trying to find the 9, and he's like just amazing. He's just pulling the thing over and putting it in park, and she's unconscious. And I run over to him, and I finally got the 2-1s dialed, and they said the ambulance is on the way. And then he rolls down the window and says, "Look, I did all the action stuff, Bob. You talk to her." So I did my own stunt work. So I'm looking at her, and I say, "Okay, you're going to be okay. Just breathe normally. We're on 8:30 on Fridays. You're going to be fine. There's nothing to worry about." And she starts coming to, and I'm not exaggerating this. She looked at both of us, and I was positive that she recognized us from the show.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, if you're in a coma and you wake up, and like the cast of Growing Pains is like looking at you, it's like, oh my God, I'm dead and I'm in sitcom hell.
Yeah.
You know? And so you wake up and Tony Danza is looking at you. But it made me appreciate a lot of stuff then. It made me appreciate that I wasn't her.
So you learned a little something about life.
I actually had a dream. I did. Yeah. And that's, I learned so much about life. I'm going to get a cellular phone.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is I had a dream a couple nights. This is all true stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't be, you know, trying to monopolize and getting jokes out of it.
You're sworn in backstage.
Oh, that's true. By the Beaver and the Yak. Oh, man. I think that's a dining club nearby. Tonight, Beaver and the Yak. Open nightly. So I had a dream that, and have you ever had a dream that you woke up the next day and you went, wow, I've learned something kind of from it? Yeah, I didn't. No. But I woke up and I dreamt that my wife and baby and I were in California on the coast, and a tidal wave came and took the side of this condo that we were living in away. We didn't live in a condo, and in real life, just trying to get back to reality, and I got thrown. And the three of us were jettisoned out of this condo into the ocean, and we couldn't find each other. And I was freaking out, and I finally found my wife, and we hugged and we kissed, and we couldn't find our baby. And then I realized there were hundreds of other babies in the water, and that we didn't care, it wasn't our baby, and we used them to get to our baby. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. And then I found our baby, and the three of us, we hugged and we kissed. And I realized at that moment that all that really matters in life is my career.
Sure.
My career.
Exactly.
And that laugh, that laugh right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, darn it. Yeah, let's hear it for show. No, no, no. That's self-induced.
How do you get along with your in-laws? Because I know I've seen you on other programs, and I think even on this program you had pictures of the wedding and so on and so forth.
Right.
And it seemed like you were, of course, rightfully proud of your family, but do the in-laws like you?
I love my wife so much. My wife and I are deeply in love with Biff, your stage manager. It's a problem. And actually, my in-laws, they live in Philadelphia, but their tentacles reach all the way to Los Angeles.
Do you have a good relationship with them or not?
They come to my house every 2 months now. My father-in-law's retired. I love you, Dad, but I guess not enough.
Yeah.
Because they complain and they eat and they sleep. And I actually brought home movies. I edited them together to trash them.
Movies. So these would be your in-laws, eating, sleeping, and complaining.
This is exactly it. This
a
is
rare moment, ladies and gentlemen, a glimpse into the domestic life of Bob Saget. Home movies.
Here we
Roll
go.
them, Hal.
There they are. There they are, eating and complaining right there. She can take a drink of water. There she is. Her hair is actually stitched to her hat.
Mother-in-law.
And her glasses are bolted to her head. That's my mother-in-law. That's my father-in-law right there. First time I called him Dad, he said, not while I'm eating. That's a true story, and you can see I don't call him Dad much. Here's my daughter, and they're babysitting her right here, and here she's playing with her friend.
Right.
There, she heals.
Bingo.
No big deal.
Took her right out of there.
No problem. That's his Alan Hale impression. Here he is doing what he does best. Here comes the eating, and there's the complaint right there. And, of course, all that eating and complaining makes you very tired. Here he is in a coma.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. They found ants in my kitchen, and they were flipping out, but did that stop them from eating? No, no, here they go.
Yeah.
Here they go. They would have eaten that if cockroaches were in it. They wouldn't have
are
cared.
complaining again there, aren't
All
they?
true. And here he is. I actually want to apologize for trashing him on television, because I love you, Dad. I really do, and I do respect you a lot. And I love you. Dad, you're a good man. My father-in-law.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Dad.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here with Till Tuesday. Guest is one of the stars of Full House, a show that is very popular with the young folks these days. On Sunday night, he will be the host of America's Funniest Home Videos. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bob Saget. Oh, Bob! Now, you know, good to see you. Congratulations, the show's a big hit. How long has it been on the air?
It's our third season.
Third season, and it's you and your... We talked about this afternoon. You're the father of the kid.
I am. 3 kids.
3 kids.
3 kids,
3
no
kids.
waiting. I'm the father, and mom's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And she's raised. The 3 kids are raised by Uncle Jesse,
Right.
who's John Stamos, and my buddy Dave Coulier.
So the kids being raised by 3 guys. That's
correct.
The show. Yeah. And you yourself have 1 child and another one on the way.
We had the other one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's we had a problem, actually, having a second kid. We figured we love the first one so much.
Sure.
How could we love the second one as much? And we decided not to. We decided to really just give our love to that first kid and just buy the other one gifts. You know, do a whole yuppie thing.
Yeah.
I know Michael was talking about this because I was watching, and my attention span's really increasing. And it's really been great. I was in there. I was also in the operating room.
Right.
It was an operating room because my wife had a C-section, which is that area right over there, I think, those seats. And well, what happened was...
You're making that face at me.
I know, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't.
You're the one who
I had
said
a
it.
bad taste in my mouth.
Don't make it me.
I ate some bad food or something.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you had to be part of
So
that.
anyway, your
Well,
wife and your... Yeah.
I was in surgery and everything, and it was amazing. The doctor is like getting much too graphic with me because I was actually kind of watching. It's surgery.
You're
but
allowed to stay in there for that?
I was. I gave him about $100.
Oh, sure.
But we were watching. And it's just amazing to me, the human body. As I was watching surgery, and I'm seeing my wife's internal organs, which is, I never wanted to go that far.
Sure.
And he's like, the doctor's going like, oh, and this is the uterus. I'm going, please don't even say the word, And it looks like some kind of Carlo Fauci designer purse, It's like it's. I don't know what that is.
You got me there. I don't know.
I know purses now. My wife's whole ensemble gets my mind going. And I'm looking. It's a taupe purse, and it could hold like 10 items. I mean, it's like big. And he says, well, I'm sorry to be graphic. Didn't mean to touch your leg, by the way, but it's been a while for me, Dave. I just had a kid.
Better to be graphic than touching, actually.
I'm sorry.
It's a choice
Well, let me go back to graphic then. Right? I'll hug you later. So I won't do that. So what's really weird is my wife is like just laying there, and she's like unconscious, and they numb me from the waist down because so they want me to run out.
It sounds like your honeymoon. Is that the joke you're leading up to?
No, but thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to do that kind of stuff.
I know.
No, and that's like I cut the cord and the lights went out. It's that kind of joke. So it's a joke. It's just a joke. So it was just Then after you watch the surgery, they want you to have a cigar. It's like the one thing you don't want right after watching blood. It's like, please smoke something that smells like fish.
Yeah.
So anyway, I read something actually. No, I'm making that face again. I apologize.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm just aware of my face muscles so much lately. So it was very funny to me that I read this thing in Newsweek. I really did read this, by the way, that they're going to pay, some university is paying $1 million for the first guy who can get pregnant.
Oh, that's right.
Did you read that? And I was thinking, it said in the article, he would probably need a C-section. And I'm thinking, I would hope so.
Yeah.
That's like, oh my God, it's the worst stone I ever passed.
Yeah, I know.
So,
anyway, now you have 2 kids. You have a boy and a girl, 2 girls, 2 boys?
I have 2 girls, and we're raising them as girls as well.
That's great. And would you like these children of yours to go into show business, do you think?
I hope they can cure that by the time they grow up. I don't want, I don't know, we live in L.A., and it's just, and I love L.A. I love everywhere, damn it. I just want to just kiss up to the whole globe. Now, I actually, I'm scared, you live there, and it's like there's a value thing going on. Everybody's in show business, and kids are trying to get, another 9 revolutions on their commercials, kids are like talking about that. And I was in a restaurant in L.A. recently. It was about a year ago, actually. It was 2 years ago. We never went there, Dave, but it's a story I made up. So we're in this really hip, trendy restaurant, and it's facing Sunset Boulevard, and you can see all the billboards on the street. And there's an actor sitting next to me, and they seat him looking out the window across. He's looking at his billboard. They say he's like a 60-foot
promotional billboard
huge
for whatever.
This movie that came out, and just a huge thing of his face, and he's just smiling at it, just looking at it, and I'm thinking, if you're really doing well in show business, you get actually a seat on your billboard. You can actually just sit there and you just go, this is me, and that's my billboard, and cars are driving by. Just have your food brought right up.
And you're spending the holiday with your family, your wife's family, right?
Well, that's the fortunate part, I guess. I'm with my in-laws. I would like to be with my parents, but they weren't invited by my in-laws' in-laws. So it's like I'm in-laws to the third power is who I'm with. And my dad actually wasn't feeling well. I just wanted to say I love you, Dad.
Right.
If he's up right now, he shouldn't be, because he should be asleep, because he has to heal. He had a little operation. It's a lot of surgery in my life right now. I didn't watch this, thank God. This is an operation. If we're lucky and we live old enough, we get this operation.
That's
Being
right.
a guy, it's prostate surgery is what it is. And they live in Philadelphia, and I said to my dad, my parents, there's 14 of my parents up there. I said, Dad, where is the prostate? Are you ready? And he said, it's near Penn State. This was his joke.
Anton, there you go.
And, well, felt something.
Anton. No, you needed that.
I did badly. Well, I'm going to need, stay ready there, because here's another thing he said. I said, Dad, how was it? And he said, well, my whole life I wanted 7 people to touch me at once, and it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
And then This is the serious problem is the camshaft on his car went. And it was a, oh, I didn't get to the punchline yet. I'm hearing these rim shots. I can't control it. The camshaft is like the serious thing on his car. It's like $3 to fix it. It's an old Cadillac. And he figured what he's going to do is he's going to leave the car in a bad neighborhood with the keys in it. That's what he's going to do for the car. And I said, Dad, that's not an ethical thing to do. And he said, how about if I leave Mom in the car? He wants to leave. And then I said, how about the trunk?
How about the trunk? Yeah.
Even the rhythm of the rim shots is off.
But the whole thing reminds me of my honeymoon. Thank you so much. There you go.
Did you have a honeymoon?
Yeah, actually I did, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
And you weren't even married? You just went on a honeymoon?
No, I was married, and I was married and everything, and had a honeymoon. Let's see, so,
the show.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
That's the show.
That's on
Sunday
Sunday
night on ABC, I would guess.
It's a fun show. It's people getting caught in dishwashers and stuff, and you just stare at their butt for like 40 minutes. No, it's a fun show, and nobody got hurt.
Well,
no one got hurt except for the people that got hurt. And
were there any arrests?
Nobody got arrested.
Well,
Nobody.
then it
It's
must
just
be
people
quite
from
a show.
America. It's the public sending in their home videos. They get their 15 minutes of Andy Warhol fame.
Great.
And
Nice to see it.
Good to see you,
It's
James.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be right back with James McMurtry. Our first guest is fast on his way to becoming America's most beloved television personality. He is one of the stars of Full House, and he is also the star of America's Funniest Home Videos. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is again, Bob Saget. Bob, are you back there? You know, this to me is very impressive. You have your own successful half-hour situation comedy, Friday nights on ABC, right?
Oh, that's right.
Been on 2 or 3 years.
This is our 4th year coming up where I get to be a widower.
Now, oh, are you looking forward to that?
I love it. It's like, it should be called, I don't know, 4 deductions. It's a good thing.
Yeah. And so that in itself would be enough for anybody to be the star of a successful situation comedy. But now, in addition to that, you're the star of is it like the #1 rated show on television?
I think so. I think we were 4th this week. I'm not up on it. This is sweeps, I believe, right now, which means, I don't know.
But it has been,
Sorry.
it has been #1.
Yeah, it has been #1.
Yeah. And the show has attracted a lot of attention. People send in the home videos, they win the money, and so on and so forth. You must feel very good about this.
I want to get my own cable channel. I want like a real estate network thing going. Just 24 hours a day, just me, just sitting there, just talking to people at home, saying, just buy bottomland in some pit.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Well, good for you. And do you yourself ever use a home video camera? Did you ever do any of this before the show started?
You know, it's funny. I used to show videos on this show. I showed.
You came on a couple of times with videotapes of your family, your babies.
My in-laws.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We saw your father-in-law.
I trashed my in-laws. What happened was I showed that video on the America's Funniest Home Videos as well, and then ABC surprised me, and they flew my in-laws out to L.A. And the whole premise of the video was that they eat, sleep, and complain, and they stayed near us for 4 days, and they ate, slept, and complained. And they're actually in the audience here, and I won't tell you where. Please don't put a camera on them. We've had enough exposure.
Okay. And do you have videotape to show us tonight?
I actually do. There's so much to tell you in so little time. The important thing that we're trying to say is...
We got plenty of time.
I feel like I'm doing... Really?
Oh, we got a lot of time tonight.
So could we go into tomorrow night?
Take
Would that be
your
a problem?
time.
Okay. So what happened originally...
Why do you think we were talking about the horns?
Well...
Anyway, now... Tell us about the videotape.
You have live bats back there.
I know we do.
It's a beautiful thing. One of them gave me a hickey before I came out here. The password is hickey. The important thing that happened was, are you doing okay? I'm feeling okay.
I'm fine. I'm all right, yeah.
Me too, I think. So,
let's just get to the videotape.
Yeah, you want to play that right away?
Yeah.
But you said we had time. Okay, it doesn't matter. So what happened was, the show right now, we've had a little bit of a, you know...
Some controversy.
There is some controversy
because people are worried that they might be staging these videos and injuring, or not injuring perhaps, but endangering family members.
Exactly. We want people to practice safe taping. We want the tapes wrapped in condoms when we get them. That's what we want. That's what we want.
So
but
this
the thing is, what we've been doing is, there was a video we got, there were a couple that we got that really were questionable, and I'm upset about it. I'm not a violent person. I even, this is an interesting story. You're going to be fascinated for about half a second. I was, when I was a little kid in junior high school, I got in one, I'm not a violent person, I got in one fight with this kid named Jesse McVeigh. If you're out there, Jesse, I'll never forgive you for what you did. But the thing is, he hit me in the groin, and my nose started to bleed. Okay, so this is a true story. And I went home. Wait a minute, it's really.
What the hell were you wearing that would cause that?
I was wearing a body cup.
Some kind of thing.
It was a whole gyroscope thing. And I went home and my dad, I said, how did this happen? And he tried to explain to me that it's one long muscle. That's what he tried to say. I swear to God. And, well, you know, it's a muscle. And then I said, if I do this, will I be happier the rest of my life? So that was that's the only joke I have like that, and it's over. So the responsibility factor on the show is what we're really concerned with.
All right,
Dave.
so now the videotape that we're about to look at
is one that was done by our staff.
By you and the staff to kind of show as an
your
example.
Show in particular.
Yeah.
We made it kind of for your show, just to show that everybody cares, they're responsible, and you did a video, and in fact, it was very humorous, of Al going up and getting electrocuted.
Oh, that's right. We were going to send it off to your show.
It was very, very funny.
Yeah. We killed a stagehand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens. And if you've got tape like that, we want it. No, that's not true. That's a horrible thing. We don't. We want safe taping, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell America. So this is a tape that we'll show.
By way of example, this is what they're looking for.
Exactly.
On
this
the
is our
show.
staff being responsible.
All right, here we go. Roll it, Hal.
That's one of our screeners watching cows. There's nothing more exciting than that.
What are you guys doing?
There's the humor.
Oh, my God.
Just like, look at this. Uh-oh, that's me.
Look out. Easy.
Oh, and he's getting electrocuted. You know, it's just a family. These are the writers.
Wow.
That's just people falling for no apparent reason. And
there it is again.
How does it? That's my producer.
Yeah.
And this is one of the writers. Uh-oh, look out. Look out. And this is just the staff working in the office.
Oh, man.
And it happens all the time there.
There you go. It's Bob Saget, kids. We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back here. That's right. See, but what you know now is that in that business, nobody knows anything. So if you pretend you know something, boom, they'll follow you around like ducks or squirrels or something.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
And the people really want to know about it.
Yeah. And anyway, so we're continuing to talk about the show now, I was serious about it. This is unbelievable for you because you're really, I mean, you must own like ABC now. I mean,
no.
You're
the money
is
buried in some spot in Vegas. I have no idea where it is. The network just buries it for me. I'll get it in 7 years.
You're a really big star now, and that's great.
It's I don't know that actually until you told me that. Gee, thanks. I feel great. I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't feel that because really I just stay at home with my family and I'm just writing and we're working on some stuff together. My wife and I are writing an HBO special which comes on. It's an HBO special, which is coming on soon.
What will it be about, you and your wife?
It's about kind of me and my wife. It's about, it's an hour-long special. It's half movie, half stand-up. But actually, what you were saying before is, it's interesting because people are asking me to do benefits and causes and stuff, and I'm doing comic relief, which is why I'm in New York this Saturday, and I just, everybody should please give money on Saturday if you can. And, you know, it's a good thing. And, what's interesting is people are trying to get me to do any cause. This one guy said to me, you know, I'd love you to be the poster guy for people to stop smoking. And I said, you know, that's a very subjective thing. I don't want to tell people to stop smoking. I said, right now I'm into comic relief and into the homeless problem. It's a real nice cause for me right now. I really love doing it.
Good
and he said, I've got it. He said, why don't you become the poster guy for the homeless people to stop smoking? And I said, you know, those people probably get pleasure out of smoking. I'm not going to take pleasure away from people. Please get out of my life. And he did.
But it must be interesting for you now to observe that people are treating you differently. They must be treating you a bit differently.
Well, you're nicer to me, which I like a lot.
And how about your family now?
They're much nicer to me.
Did they all come out here?
To me. My wife said to my daughter, the only reason people like your dad is because he's a TV star. That's why they're being so nice to him. No, it's not true. It's because I'm nice, damn it. And my kids are adorable. They're out here with us just today. My daughter said, I love you, Daddy, and she was talking to the bellman at the hotel, which is a good joke. And the other thing that happened was my daughter, just say them and comment. It's good. And then the other thing that was really sweet was we were watching Bambi, the three of us. We had a videotape thing, which is a good way to watch it otherwise, unless you're just like hallucinating and you see Bambi floating in the air. And we were watching Bambi, and my daughter told us, you know, about an hour into the movie, Bambi's mom you know, gets taken out, which is very dramatic, and it's a beautiful movie, of course, and I give it a thumbs up. So my daughter is watching it, and she says to us, it's very traumatic. She says, "Mommy, Daddy, I know what happens to Bambi's mother." And we went, "Oh my God, she's only 3, and she's going to bring up the whole issue of death. We're going to have to talk with her." And we said, "What happens?" And she said, "Bambi's mother had to go to the bathroom." So I said, so Bambi's mother left Bambi for the rest of Bambi's life.
See, now you...
Because she had to go to the bathroom. And she said, yes. And we said, okay, we have to go to the bathroom. And we left. No, we didn't. No, that was a horrible thing. And then she fell off the bed and we videotaped it. And boy, did we laugh.
And you're...
Safe taping, ladies and gentlemen.
And you're here to see your in-laws?
My in-laws...
Oh, you mentioned they're here, yeah.
They're here. I'm going home to see my dad. My parents moved, which is very interesting. My dad gave me directions to get to his house. This is exactly what he said. This is not an exaggeration. He said, you take 95 and you get off at Woodhaven Road and you make a left at the pretzel vendor. I swear to God. And I said, Dad, wait a minute. You're giving me a human being as a landmark. And he said, he'll be there. I said, what are you saying? I said, what if it's raining? What if his wife's sick? And he's always there. He talks like a pretzel vendor, actually, my dad. I don't know what that means. I guess they're nasal because of being in the rain.
I suppose.
So then I do it. I get off 95, Woodhaven. I made a right at a human being. And then and I got lost, though, because I made a left at a hitchhiker, and then there was an ice cream truck.
Very confusing.
I followed a cockroach.
But the pretzel vendor was there.
He was there, and that's important. My dad didn't lie to me.
All right, good for you.
I love my dad.
Nice going, and again, congratulations.
Thank you,
and I am being a little nicer to you because of all the success.
I like it, man.
I hope you appreciate it.
I've always kissed up to you, and I like that it's coming back.
Bob Saget here, kids. Nice to see you, Bob. Nice job. We'll do a station identification and then be right back. Our first guest is the star of Full House, a real show on ABC. It's going into its 5th season. He is also the host of America's Funniest Home Videos. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bob Saget. Nice to have you with us. Welcome to the show. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Full House. This is going into its 5th season.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's pretty good for you.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's this is the big time for that series.
Really?
Yeah, because the 5th season, I believe, Mr. Brady at that time, because I'm like the father on the show. Mr. Brady at that point permed his hair, and then all the sons did the same thing.
Right.
That was when they all went permed. So I might do it, you know, just have that whole, that Kukla, Fran, and Ollie look might be good.
So that alone would be reason to keep tuning in, you're saying?
That's the big thing that's changed this season is my hair is shorter.
That's good.
The network's very excited about that. I'm thrilled. But I don't think we're going to do the perm thing.
Yeah. How do you like working there at ABC? Are they nice to you? They treat you pretty well? They're probably very nice to you.
It's wonderful, and I love it.
Yeah.
It is wonderful. Well, I can't believe you're able to do what you do. I mean, to say what you say about the powers that be here at NBC, it's amazing. I mean, I sit there and laugh.
Because there is no power anymore. The power is gone.
It's on DC right now.
They've all left. They're out camping.
They're using battery out there. I knew that. I knew that was coming.
But they like you. They treat you pretty well there, huh?
They like me. Everyone's been very kind to me.
Yeah.
It is. It's pretty. It's wonderful. I had one dilemma in the very beginning when America's Funniest Home Videos started. They wanted to change a couple things because it was a new show and they were trying to find the show.
Sure, fine-tune it.
They felt that the knot in my tie was a little too small. And no, I agreed with them though. I think that it was a serious issue and we took it up. I'm still having trouble. It's hard to do a double Windsor. I have a little trouble with that. And they felt that I was doing too many browns, too many earth tones. So we've shaken that up and changed that around a little bit. We're going to do a little more blue this season. And last season they also felt, and this was in some critic had said this too, that my shoulder pads were much too large. In the very first season they were very upset about that.
Yeah, you can't fool those critics, I'm telling you.
They know.
If your shoulders are bigger than they ought to be, a critic will spot it immediately.
You're right. They know that because they have no shoulders usually. Shouldn't say that. That's not true. They have excellent shoulders. But what happened was I've actually been working out a lot, so these are not shoulder pads. These are my shoulders.
Those are your own shoulders. Congratulations. Good for you.
We have a gym now, which has helped me with my shoulders.
What do you mean you have a gym?
We have a guy named Jim who lives in the house. No, we We have it was a small room that we made a gym. It's
In
off
your
of our
own
bedroom.
home?
In my home. It's
Wow.
it's small though. It's not much bigger than this desk. And so we have just a little thing with a rubber band on it that I'm able to do my power shoulder work. And you could use it camping if you were a network exec out camping.
Yeah.
And hence a callback with no reaction whatsoever. But I had an interesting thing because we made our bedroom smaller and our gym bigger, which was important to do. It didn't really matter because our bedroom, we don't need that much room for what we do in there anyway. Because my wife said, don't say that. She said it's going to come off as a negative connotation about me, and she's actually fantastic, and I'm an amazing lover.
Yeah.
So anyway...
Well, you clarified that.
I want to go camping with some network execs.
Now, when you do you get still get the videos the people send you that you can't show? You still get a lot of those, I would guess.
For me, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I would. I mean, I'd like to. I'm told we have a lot of screeners working. I must say, and this is going to sound promotional, but that's my job to kiss up and sound promotional.
Right.
But the new season, the new shows are very funny. The people have been. I guess we accumulated over the summer. It's very funny. There's some that we can't air. There was one where a little boy was in a pig pen, and this pig jumped off the ground. And it was like a foot off the ground. It was a flying pig. It wasn't in slow motion, but a flying pig is humorous no matter how you look at it. And it bit the kid on the groin. Now wait, it didn't. It pulled on his jeans. It was just his jeans, unless the kid was Stretch Armstrong or something, because the jeans. I mean, there was an incredible increase in the kid's density. And so the pig then went away and had its own fun. And then they pan over to the father, who was drinking a beer, and he says, "Son, you go kick that pig again and see if he does the same thing."
Wow.
And I thought, that's what happens when you give the people the airwaves. You get quality stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
But now, when you get the stuff, you must be inundated. There must be like 50,000 tapes come in a week, a month, whatever.
No, it should be that much. That's
Yeah.
what they want. They want more tapes.
Yeah.
And they want people to practice safe taping. That's always important.
But of the tapes that come in, how many do you end up using?
At one point, they made up a ratio that was 1 out of 100. And I don't know if that's accurate or not. I make that up because it sounds like a quick answer. Then I can move on to something witty.
And do you find that the quality of these tapes has gotten better since the show has been on the air, and people kind of get an idea for what you're looking for, or?
I think sometimes I don't like fabricated tapes that are made up just for the show, and I'd say for the most part the tapes look like they're spontaneous and really happening.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and then you have.
Well, that's the fun of the show, of course.
That is why I think it works.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very powerful.
Let's do a commercial here, and we'll come back with more of Bob Saget. Bob Saget is here, Psychedelic Furs, and we have a woman who's a potato chip collector. How's your family?
Well, they've been
You have a
collecting a lot
daughter,
of
you have a
potato
little girl,
chips.
right?
I have 2 incredible children.
2?
Thank
Wow.
you.
How old are they?
We're thinking of having 4, or just look at our 2 cross-eyed. We're not sure. But they're 4 and 2.
Yeah,
Which
that's
would make
great.
them 6.
Yeah.
And they're at home right now. They're at home, and I miss them as we speak. I'm going to go home and see them tonight.
That's good.
Do you miss them at all?
You had never met them, but I'll take your word for it, and I
They're
miss
really
them.
cute. You'd be a good father. I saw you with the babies the other night on here, and you go,
I'd like
"Hi,
to get
baby."
me a big fat baby.
That's good.
That's what I want to do, is get me one of them big fat babies.
So you can just feed them a lot, or?
Well, no, I think that a big fat baby is the kind of thing you might want to have.
Big, you wouldn't even have to feed it then? It would be like
Well,
self-sufficient?
No, but I
it
mean,
could live off of its own fat?
No,
or-
you're missing the point here, Bob.
Okay.
You're trying to make the jokes now, and I'm talking about starting a family, and
Big fat family.
and my first
Fat
entry
baby.
would be, I'd like to start, the starter piece would be a big fat baby.
So how would you do that? Like pork rinds and
Well,
stuff? I mean,
no,
how
but
do
you know what I mean. We were looking at pictures today. There's a woman who works on the staff, and her family, her sister-in-law and brother just had a new baby.
A fat baby or
Yeah,
regular?
it's a beautiful little big fat baby. And I just said, I hope that my first baby is a big fat baby.
Well, I hope one day you are blessed with a beautiful big fat baby.
But you know, oh, never mind. Tell me
Okay.
about your kids.
We're talking about having another one now, and it's kind of personal, so I'll share it with the audience. We've had these 2 girls, and there's too much estrogen in my house, so we want to somehow mellow that out and have a son. And I've gotten all these different reports on how you do it, and that's not how you do it, but how you have a son. And,
There are things you can do to help determine the sex.
I'm told that.
Yeah.
One is we were going to 3 wise men, gynecologists, and we have an astrologer friend, excuse me, and who gives you the day. He says, you know, try at this moment, which is always pleasurable at 5 in the morning. Can't watch Farm Report. You got to go do that. And then the other one is this guy at a diner off of Pacific Coast Highway. And he told me, you just, excuse me, you just throw over a table and you're done first and you'll have a boy. That's what he said.
Throw over a table.
Throw her over a table.
Oh, throw her over a table.
And make sure that he said, make sure I'm finished first, and it would be a boy. And I'm wondering, then why do I have 2 girls? Because that's basically. Hi, honey.
It's standard procedure.
Oh, my wife just turned this off. But I'm confused now because somebody else told me, some women friends I have, some friends that are women told me that the woman has to be satisfied first to have a boy. I don't know. Does anybody know? No. We're thinking, then there's a centrifuge method, and so we're gonna go for it in the teacups at Disneyland. Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Big fat baby is what we're hoping for.
But now, do the little kids, the 2 little girls, do they know that you're like a big time TV star? Do they?
No, they know the truth. I told them. They love me. It's the younger one, the 2-year-old, calls me Bobby.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea why. My mother calls me that once in a while, and I had an agent that called me that, so maybe she wants to represent me one day. And all she does is mop. She mops her little playhouse all day long and brings out and serves dishes and cleans dishes, so she'll probably be a maid when she grows up. The other one, all she does now, she's a ballerina, and she wants to, she said she's changed her mind. She doesn't want to be a ballerina anymore. She wants to sing in movies.
Wow.
So there, every millennium, she'll get a job, you know? A lot of musicals being made as we speak. But they split for me. For 10 days, they were gone, and I was alone in the house, and they went to see my in-laws, which made me very happy. It was a competitive thing. And
what does that mean exactly?
Well, you know, it's like in-laws or the son sometimes. You have to do that because they need attention with the children.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It wasn't some psychological Chinatown kind of thing going on. My mother, my father, my sister. And, hi, Mom and Dad. Oh, man, I'm just cooking a stew. But I went to say goodbye to them. It was a very touching, gut-wrenching moment because I love my children, even though neither of them are big fat babies, which we're hoping for. And I kissed them goodbye on the plane. I was allowed on the plane. You're not supposed to go past the gate, but the woman at the gate said, "Since you are on television, I'm going to let you on." Yeah. And I thought, this is reassuring. Hussein is on television, you know. So, and then I got on the plane and I said goodbye to my 2 kids and I kissed them and I hugged them. I said, "I love you. I'm going to miss you so much." And my wife also. And I hugged my younger daughter. I said, "I'm going to miss you." And she went, "I love you, Daddy. Apple juice, please." She just asked for it. She blew me off, and because apple juice is her spice melange. She thinks it is. She thinks apple juice is the essence of life.
That's
and
it.
we keep it at home in a vault, and we backlight it, and you hear angels play, and she just carries it. She tries to carry it. She's like this tall, and she carries apple juice around the house, and we're waiting for it to like break and cut her feet. We're like worried about that, but we're going to get it on video.
Yeah, there you go. Of course, absolutely. All right, let's see what the new seasons begin when. Do we have the dates this weekend?
2 weeks, something like that. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right, now you have 2 shows. You have the
videos.
Full House, which is on Friday nights.
Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights,
It's moved, and we're very excited about that.
And the videos
And I'm
is
still a widower, gathering sympathy around this great country.
and the video show is on
Sunday nights.
Sunday nights. There you go.
And that's a nice thing. Thank you,
You're
David.
Mr. ABC.
Oh,
Congratulations.
You're Mr. NBC.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Our first guest has not one but 2 shows in prime time on ABC. The first one, of course, is Full House, and the other one is America's Funniest Home Videos. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program Mr. TV Big Shot, Bob Saget. Bob. Bob Saget.
I'm doing great.
Good to have you with us.
I've been in a limo.
Did you happen to see that show last night?
You know, I didn't. I'm going to tape it, though.
Yeah. Well, it's too late to... too late to tape it now.
I had this whole tense problem. So I'm upset over this whole Dan Quayle thing, this whole Michael Bolton thing. I'm really upset about this whole thing. I've been doing the Michael Bolton workout where you just do biceps because that's how he holds a mic. You know, how can we be? You know, this whole thing with the mic. You actually work out while you curl while you're on a mic.
I didn't realize that.
It's a whole Michael Bolton hair-teasing workout. I'm upset about it.
Are you in this part of the world visiting your family? Your in-laws live where, in Pennsylvania?
They're in Elkins Park. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You just like my in-laws. They're nice people. They're actually beautiful people.
Yeah.
They've been fine. You go into the house, they just lock the door, they double deadbolt it, they caulk it. You can't get out, you're stuck there. You would go there, they would caulk you into the house. It's actually been very nice. They're wonderful people. I went to a whole lot of family reunions. We had a 10-year anniversary night, you and I. Although it's similar. We actually patterned our life after your show. We knew you had started your show, so we got married. We got married in a fever. It was hotter than a pepper sprout.
Yeah, thank you.
And who sang that? Do you remember?
Johnny Cash.
No. No.
Yeah.
It was Lee.
What possible difference could it make at this point?
I don't know. It doesn't. I'm just so happy to see you.
So
hey, what? Go ahead.
You're a father on the television show Full House, and of course a father in real life. You have, is it 2 kids and
I have 2 kids and another one, and I got parents and a dog named Boo, and we travel and live across the land. I feel like playing Name That Tune tonight. I don't know why.
Play it somewhere else.
Okay. You hurt Paul? No, you hurt Paul with that hair thing? I'm trying to be up and happy.
I know, but I'm a little concerned about the audience.
Where else can I play it, though? Live at 5 is over. I can't
I'll come up to the hotel with you and the wife later, and we'll play it there.
Seriously? We'll celebrate that anniversary in our own way. You know, I didn't even mean it that way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So my parents are fine. Thanks for asking. They're home. Do you actually eat your parents' food? Do you go and visit and eat their food?
Yeah.
Do you stay in the house?
Yeah.
Do you actually stay in their house when you go home?
No.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
No. It's a different house now. It's not my house. It's their house.
It's their house.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of noodles in Indiana, right? You get a lot of noodles?
Well,
I went there and there was a lot of noodles.
Well, yeah, it's not a crop. You understand that?
You're not like it's not like the corn people or anything.
We're not
we don't roll our eyes back and say to the cornfield or anything.
Yeah, a lot of noodles. Homemade noodles are the best you can get.
You know, that's interesting that you say that. Because everybody doesn't like something, but nobody doesn't like homemade noodles.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, shut up, really. Sorry, you okay?
I'm fine.
So my parents, I can't eat their food, and they're here too now. Everybody's in Philadelphia right now for this big convergence. It's kind of a lunar family convergence. And there's been no flavor with their food. The only way to actually put flavor on their food is to weep. You have to cry on their food. And we do that because the food is so bad. Laugh there, thank you. But it's been pretty weird. Oh, stop. Bob, what's the next joke? So it's been a little scary because my dad's 74 now. And he's in great shape, actually. He does a treadmill 40 minutes a day. He's on his stomach, but he's like, he's getting like a tit plate thing going. You know, he's like a callus of strength.
Great.
And thank you. And they're both, they're inseparable, my parents, because while they were sleeping, my mother sewed their shoulders together. It's a whole Silence of the Lambs thing. She calls them Buffalo Bill, and they smack each other with raw meat. But you sure you want to come by the hotel later?
I'll be happy. I'd like to go by there now.
So you know what? Wait a minute. No, you can't say that.
Has Dr. Kevorkian called back? Tonight may be the night. Let's do a commercial. We'll be back with Bob Saget. Is on the program, Irving R. Levine, Pierre Frenet, Billy Preston over there with the band. Now, Bob, how many seasons has the home video show been on? Is that 2 or 3?
Just finished its 3rd season, and Full House just finished its 5th season.
My goodness, congratulations on both of those. Now, The video show is always, is it still in like the top 5, for a while?
No,
it was the number 1
it
show.
drifts in and out.
Yeah. But still a very powerful show, isn't it?
Very powerful show. I think a message is across, although some of the animals on the show were born illegitimately out of wedlock, so we're pretty upset about that. But it's, you guys just want to interact. They think they're at Oprah right now. I'm actually, people tell me when I'm done with these 2 shows, I can write my own ticket, because I'm going to be a travel agent, is kind of my plan. No,
but
things are going good.
Is there a difference in the kind of submissions you get for that show now, as opposed to when you first started? Because people said, it's a great show, but you're not going to have enough videotape to keep it going.
Well, some people think that some of the videos are set up, and once in a while you do get set up tapes, and actually I brought a tape that I could show.
This is an example?
It's 3 different videos. I'll tell you what they are real quick, because that's my job, darn it. The first one is kind of a tape. It's not a setup. It was a science professor showing people how you drop a large ball and a small ball, and how they both...
This is an actual mishap. An actual
mishap.
blooper.
And
you call them bloopers?
We try not to use the word blooper,
okay,
or life's amazing moments at any time. Amazing. This is an amazing moment. And it's wacky. We try not to use wacky as much as we can. So the second video is a guy, which they told me was not a setup. It's impossible. It's a guy in a chicken coop and his pants drop. Now, what are the odds? Okay. Camera's perfectly framed, and a guy, his pants drop. And the third one is a total setup, which I won't even tell you, because we'll just watch it and you and
Okay. Are you going to talk over them as they roll?
I think we
All
both
right,
will.
Hal,
We'll
if you're still awake in the control room, roll those videotapes for us, please.
And use video as well. Pretty weird.
Oh,
And then,
man.
It's a fun show to do, though. You know, you ever drive past somebody's house and wonder what's going on inside? That's kind of what the show is like.
People do that at my house all the time. They get a first-hand experience. Yeah, but you know, the show, and you're very entertaining on the show, and then you also have your situation comedy. You're Mr. Big Shot over there at ABC.
But the people watch Full House? Your audience, I think, would, if they had kids, or if they're babysitting, or if they're hospitalized, they'd be watching Full House. If you know, 8 o'clock at Friday or Tuesday night. What night am I on? I'm doing well for my network, aren't I? Thursday. But if you're in a hospital, you'd be forced to watch the show, and that's a good thing.
No.
No, I mean kids love the show.
Yeah. All right,
thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
It's a sweet show, and it has family lessons. Do you watch it every week?
Yes, and we all work alone. All right, now, let's see. When are you going to be Friday? The Pine Knob in Detroit. That'll be a big personal appearance gig for you.
Yes, I'm doing it Friday with my friend Dave Coulier from Full House, and we're going to do comedy.
How big a place is that? Is it a huge venue?
It seats 16,000, but I believe that we've packed 500 already, I'm told. No, but
show.
I think it's 5,000 inside, and then there's 40,000 on the lawn.
Have a great show. Have a great
thanks.
summer. Nice to see you. Bob Saget. We'll be right back. Okay, there you go. All right, let's bring out our first guest and just turn things over to him, shall we?
Good idea.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, to all the people all over the world trying to get their own television programs, our first guest is lucky enough to have 2. He has, of course, America's Funniest Home Videos, and he's also the star of Full House. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. ABC, Bob Saget. Bob! Hey, Bob, how are you?
I'm really good. That is a beautiful tree.
Thank you very much. We just lighted it. Did you see the ceremony?
It distracted me. It was a beautiful ceremony, and she was really wonderful. I'm going to go to a department store with her and buy her a muff. Pardon me.
How are things in your life? Congratulations. You must be going out of your mind. You have 2 shows and a brand new baby and a huge family.
I have a lot of things. I'm ready to just travel west.
Are you all right? Are you holding up okay?
I don't think so. I think I'm going to have a problem here. These things laminated? I am a little stressed out. I'm a little... How about you? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, okay. Where do you want to go?
Down to Hurley's for a start, yeah.
You want to go to Hurley's?
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's just right down there in the corner.
Would you go there?
Yeah, I'd go there.
Okay, let's get the letter.
No, we don't want to deprive America of their share of entertainment.
You see, I feel guilty about that. You say 2 shows. I feel like, you know, I mean, I feel...
No, you shouldn't feel guilty. That's great.
Okay, thanks. So anyway, you talked me through that. I'm a little bit... Things are weird. I mean, we just had a baby. It's wonderful. It's
Congratulations.
I'm blessed.
A boy or a girl?
Little girl.
Yeah.
5 weeks ago. Thank you. That's the obligatory applause that you have to get.
Well, you deserve it. It's
Well,
a nice thing.
I'm breastfeeding right now. I'm wearing pads, actually. I'm hurting. I need a muff to catch it all. I have 3 kids.
You have three girls, don't you?
3 girls. We were hoping there's a lot of estrogen in my life right now. The house is just full of it. We kind of wanted a boy. But it doesn't matter. I'm whittling one out of wood right now, so it's kind of hoping for a real boy, and then we'll wind up in a whale, and it'll be a whole kind of story. But the thing is, we did what you're supposed to do to have a boy.
Right. They say all kind of little things that make a difference.
Well, thanks for mentioning little, but the problem was. Thank you. Thanks for applauding that. Donna, what are you doing? Let's go to Hurley's. So let's go to Hurley's with Donna.
All right,
and
sure.
that tree.
Yeah.
And just call that woman on the payphone down there. I want to live your whole show over again. Everything that's happened.
Let's don't do that.
Come on.
No. Let's just keep moving.
Okay, I will. We did the things you're supposed. One person told me to wear white socks. They said, I'm not kidding. They said,
what possible difference could that make?
That's what I said. I said, so you look like a putz, so you can have one. Basically, is the idea. Thank you for the Yiddish translator in the audience. But thank you. But the thing that was, I don't know. I'm happy having all girls. It's wonderful. I don't mind that. They say that you have to be more of a macho guy to have boys or anything, but I don't
think it makes any difference. I think it's just a luck of the draw, so to speak.
You've made me feel great twice so far. Thank you. I feel good about my jobs now, and it's cool. Well, I'm happy to have 3 girls.
Now,
They're beautiful. I got
when...
this soft little baby. They're just like happy, angry, sad, happy, and just I gotta poop. That's what they do all day long.
And what does it do when you bring the infant, the new baby, home to the rest of the family? Has that caused any friction? Created any problems there?
A lot of friction. They actually want to cause friction on her head. Is what they want to do.
Really?
We have the 3-year-old. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. The 5-year-old is here. I brought her here to the show. She's actually in the green room, and we went ice skating this morning in Rockefeller Center.
That's great.
And
that's a great place to ice skate.
It was wonderful.
It's beautiful. Yes.
It was really wonderful. We bonded, and she fell, but I caught her, and I think I pulled her arm out of her socket, but it was okay. She's in the green room right now, like this. So it's kind of close. It's kind of that deliverance
thing. This is
a
very ugly thing to be saying.
Yeah, but she's happy, and I love her, and she's in the green room. Help me. So what happened was, Hurley's doesn't sound bad.
No, it's a lovely place to go. Believe me. Yeah.
So the 3-year-old is really traumatized over this whole thing. So she goes up to the baby, and she has a New York accent. She's not from here, but she has it. She's like, "Oh, the baby's so soft, and her hair is so long." Yeah. Oh, the baby, she's like a New York stripper, actually. Your hair is so soft. She has these little shoulders. It's an adorable thing. It's scary. I just call my daughter a stripper. See, talk me through this one. So then she goes up to the baby and goes, "Oh, Mommy, the baby's so soft." And then her mother says, "You're pushing too hard on the baby's head." And she goes, "Bad baby, bad baby." It's really nice. Then she looks at the soft spot, and the eyes go like that. It's beautiful. Pull out a plum and say, "What a good boy am I." And then she's like sick all the time. The little kids, they pass it from the older one to the new one. The baby was sick. My wife was sick. Basically, I've gathered that as you get older, once the kids move out, you just get sick because you're old, so you're sick your entire life. It's kind of a diagnosis here. And so she wakes up in the morning, and it's gross. It's like a snot plug. I apologize for saying it. Enjoy your tapioca. But no, let's go to Hurley's. But she's got this, it's like, then she wipes it all over her face, and it's like paper mache. You could stick strips of newspaper through her hand. She's like a piñata. It's not a pretty thing. You just want to get a fungo bat and hit her. No, you don't. You love her, but you love your kids, and that's why you never touch them.
My goodness.
Then she like, you can't do this stuff at 8 o'clock at night. I'm so happy to be here.
You can't do it at 12:30 either.
Let me go down and call you from that payphone down there. So what happened was she's been so sick that last week she just hurled. And Hurley's actually.
Yeah.
She threw up all over the place. But my wife is really cool. She's a good yuppie response. My mother's a saint. She's Roger Moore. No, what happened was my daughter. Okay, so my daughter. Thank you. Someone actually booed. God bless you all. Let's go to Hurley's. So, can I say that like 12 more times?
Well, why not?
Are they like real happy right now?
Yeah, make it an even 100 times.
So she's like hurling all over the floor, and my wife is on the phone calling the carpet people. "Honey, please do it on the tile, not on the carpet." She's actually pushing her out of the way, having her vomit on the tile while she's calling the carpet cleaner.
Very thoughtful, thinking ahead. Sure, yeah.
You
need that kind of resourcefulness to raise a family, I believe.
And you got to have all the spray stuff to be able to know which spot and which spray to use for which occasion, for which problem. What do you do when you get a stain on your rugs at home?
I go to a commercial, is what I do. We'll be right back here with more of Bob Saget. the program. Bob Saget is here. We've had the annual tree lighting ceremony in the studio. It was magic. Jeff Stilson will be out. You know Jeff Stilson, don't you?
He's a funny guy.
Very, very funny man, and we're looking forward to seeing him. And we have a guy who has endangered and exotic birds.
Now that gets me hot.
Each of you tonight will go home with either an endangered or an exotic bird.
I used to have an exotic bird.
What did you have?
A cockatiel. My mother killed it.
Oh.
It was an accident. She was trying to give it stuff with an eyedropper, and she squeezed it to death accidentally. But at least I don't hold it against her.
You mean her rhythm was off on what to squeeze, and she squeezed the bird as opposed to the eyedropper?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's always been off. That's why I'm here.
There you go.
You know.
Now let's talk a little bit about your programs. You have the Blockbuster Home Video Show, and then you have the Full House Show. And we always see you as a very nice, very happy, very controlled, very sort of positive force on the shows.
Right.
Now, did you ever get tired of that sometimes? Is that taxing for you, or are you actually like that?
I'm on the verge of Tourette's syndrome, basically.
Because you're a stand-up comedian.
That's it's kind of I have like an edge, and but it's okay. I mean, it's a blessing, and kids love it, and they go, But I feel like I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs sometimes, which is actually good because I like Cocoa Puffs. But and the network's been very good to me. They're going to give my wife a sitcom because they're giving it to everybody's spouses now. ABC is giving everyone their own show. And they also, with ABC, actually the network, I could never complain about the network because they're good people, but they did say that their audiences are shrinking, so they want their viewers to actually,
smaller.
They want them to wash in cold water now. That's most of the shrinking idea. But it's been really fun, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been faxing to a shrink. I'm in real trouble, Dave.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're trying to get some help?
Well, faxing-wise, we do Rorschachs through faxing. What does this look like? A butterfly? It's your bill. I don't know what it is. Just tell me what you think it is. I got a trainer that actually works me out in this therapy. Give me 10 more. It was your mother, wasn't it? I'm trying to combine every motif I can in the Hollywood showbiz way that I live. Because I'm trying to overachieve in the 90s, being the guy that I am, the macho hunk.
And how will you celebrate the holidays? Will you be with I think your wife's family is on the East Coast. They live in Pennsylvania,
I fax them
right?
for the holidays. I just fax my in-laws.
Yeah.
They're fabulous people, and I miss them right now. They're in St. Thomas. They're vacationing right now, so they might not be able to get this.
Yeah. You mean they won't be able to see it, or they won't be able to get it? I see, okay. They'll see it just fine.
They'll see it perfectly, and they'll hear it well, too.
All right, Bob.
No, but I love them. I love my
see you in about 6 months for a cleaning. How's that? Okay.
Happy holidays.
Good to see you. Now, your two programs continue, and
still on.
much happiness for the occasions. Thank you. Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here. Our next guest stars in not one, but two primetime television blockbuster hits. There is, of course, the America's Funniest Home Videos show and my personal favorite, Full House. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Mr. ABC, Bob Saget. Yeah! Hi, Bob, how are you? Good to see you. Hi, Bob.
I saw her in the green room. She's fine. She's not upset at all. I swear, she's not upset.
Good.
She thought there was something. It wasn't the head rubbing thing. She rubbed my head in the green room. She rubbed everybody's head in the green room just to get back.
But are you like me? Do you find her just overwhelmingly appealing in
She's
some
incredibly
very
appealing.
classy, very understated fashion?
My wife was back there with her, and I had a couple of flash moments that would have upset my in-laws who were here tonight. So I don't want to.
Well, we don't want to do that, do we?
I just rubbed my head and shut up.
You know, it occurs to me, and I'm sure this is something that you're fully aware of. You used to work here at CBS. I think that was your first network show, wasn't it?
It's very interesting. I had a 975 exchange, not unlike yourself. I was at the CBS morning program, which was a fabulous show.
That's right. It goes on opposite Good Morning America and
Right.
also the Today Show.
That was 1987, and they eventually changed the name to the Ill-Fated Morning Program.
That was right in the title.
It said the Ill-Fated Morning Program, and it would start at the morning with a Marvin Hamlish theme that I can't sing because he has enough money.
Now, what did you do on the show?
I was the sidekick. It was Mariette Hartley and Rollins Smith and myself, and I was the third person there. There were 3 chairs set up in the morning, and Mark McEwen was there doing the weather.
Mark McEwen, who is still on
He
the
stayed
current
on,
incarnation.
and it was fabulous. I mean, I started in, it was my live television every morning. I'd get up at 5:30, do my paper route,
Yeah.
go over. I'd get to the studio, and they would pick me up in the morning, but they wouldn't take me home.
Yeah.
That was like the thing that started to let me know something weird was happening. That it might have been ill-fated.
How long were you on the show?
I was there 5 months, and the show lasted 9 months.
And did you leave, or did the show leave out from under you, or what happened exactly?
I felt that it was a sinking ship, but I was just being neurotic. I got there. Well, there's so many stories that are so fascinating. I got there one morning, and my chair was gone. My chair, it was 2 chairs instead of the 3. Okay. And my producer came over and he said, "Bob, we're going to try to get your chair back." Yeah. I had no idea, and I just pictured it in the sawmill, this becoming this kindling for someone. And I ended up on the steps going, "It's 15 minutes after the hour." And it was incredibly depressing. But while I was there, I must say it was a really good experience. He said, kissing up to the management of CBS as quickly as he possibly could, because, I don't know, I got to shoot a lot of videos. I was at Zabar's. We shot a video at Zabar's. I was a deli clerk years ago.
Zabar's is a very well-known delicatessen here in the Upper West Side. Is that where it is?
I like to go there with the entire audience after the show. And there you go. Obligatory reaction. And I want it to be some kind of a group head-rubbing event. And I went up there.
I know you're just saying that to get a reaction, but you really ought to do that. You ought to take these people up there. You really ought to do it.
I'm actually multiplying in my head right now. I am actually multiplying.
Because you have 2 shows. Most people only have 1 show. You have 2 shows. You owe it to these people. I'd go with you.
Would you go?
I can't go. I can't go.
Now you've offended me.
I have my nightly facial. If it weren't for that, I'd go with you.
Could you get? You're a big wig. Couldn't you get like the facial person to come with you to Zabar's?
But the
and work on your face.
Too messy. No.
Well, let's see how many
problems
would that be?
So what happened to you at Zabar's?
I went and shot a video for the show, and I was behind the deli counter, being a deli clerk.
Yeah, showing what the experience is like.
Exactly. And the manager came over and offered me a job. He said, "Would you like to work here?" And I said, "I'm on the ill-fated CBS morning program. Every day I have a job. I'm there." He said, "Yes, that's in the mornings. I've seen you. You could work afternoons." And he was serious.
He was serious?
He was serious.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad gig, all things considered.
Well, the show got what they call a 2.0 rating, which I didn't know. It was like 2.7. I don't know what any of this means, but I know that they said under 2.0 is no noticeable rating. Yeah. Which, then I said, "How many people is that?" They said, "Well, it's like 800,000 people per point." So I said, "That's like 1.5 million people watching me every morning?"
Pretty sizable.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they said, "No, that's bad for TV." I said, "Well, if you're standing in line for yogurt, that's a lot of people, you know." Waiting for top for Zabar's in this case. I mean, this is starting to frighten me.
And you got to really have a taste for yogurt.
You really do.
Yeah.
You gotta want that stuff just running through you like
yogurt
water.
Jones.
You want to bathe in it.
But
a yogurt bath of some kind.
Now you're back here, and I think I know this about you, that a certain segment of your family lives in New Jersey or New York or something.
They live in Philadelphia.
Are these your in-laws? After Zabar's, drive them to Philly.
All right, the East Coast. My in-laws would drive within 1,700 miles to come see me. And
that's very flattering.
Well, if I was a construction worker, they wouldn't come to the site and watch me work. But because I'm in show business, they come and they just want to look at me.
They must be very proud of you and your wife.
And I'm proud of them, but they didn't used to be. Well, I shouldn't say that because they're here. My father-in-law, he's a wonderful guy, unless you've met a lot of people. But he... No, they're here. I'm going to Zabar's. He wants to be mentioned. Yeah. But he made it difficult. He wanted me deported till about 15 years ago, and then he started to like me. I don't know why. He thinks I love his daughter. No. Oh. No, I love my wife's in the green room. That's terrible. Rub my head. I'm in big trouble.
And
I love my wife as much as I care for you. No, I love her.
But
I love my wife a lot.
You've given them like 3 grandkids. Is that right? You have 3 or do you have 4?
I have 3 daughters.
Yeah. So they must be very excited about that.
They're just glad I'm fertile, I think, at this point. But, I have 3 daughters and 3 daughters on TV, so I'm living... In television, I have like 17 people that have to care for them. I can't do it myself. But on that show, what's it called? Two for fun?
2 for the fun.
Two for fun. That's a good title. I would watch a show, 2 for fun.
Now, America's Funniest Home Videos is
by the way, your videos are hot.
We got a shot at the big prize?
The paint drinking thing, it's right on. It's right on because it could happen. Yeah. It could happen. We've had guys, by the way. I mean, I hate when any tape looks set up. You know, the pants drop at the wedding. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. But I can't say anything because I'm a hired hand and I'm a good employee, as you saw what I've said about CBS. Yeah. But I love CBS and every network with syllables and consonants. So I don't know what I'm saying. Smack me and rub my head. So my experience there is there's a guy that threw a horseshoe up in the air and he had a helmet and he'd been drinking too much and it hit him on the head and then the helmet fell off and then he threw it up again and it hit him on the skull.
Yeah.
Really hard. Kind of like, and he was like, oh, okay. He had that goober, that concentrated goober look that overcame him. And so I think you could
Was he
win.
okay?
I guess he was fine. They always tell me that everybody's fine and no one got hurt.
It seems.
And
seems
I
to me
believe them, Dave. How could you get hurt if you get something in
When
your
I
chest?
watch the show, it seems like you see a lot of footage coming from Japan. Is that true?
Yeah, they have an
a lot of
exchange
viewers.
program.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a college exchange program. The show is international, so there's like 40 countries that carry it with me. And there's
Wow,
like,
you're seeing in 40 different countries?
in different languages.
That's great.
So I'm helping people get hurt all over the world. And it's actually, that's not true. People, for the most part, the show is...
good fun. Good, clean fun.
Well, actually, the stuff like, lately we've had winners of just a woman, a grandmother singing and playing piano.
Yeah.
You know, it's like actual just... I like it because it's like voyeuristic. You get to see in someone's house, and that's the fun part. I don't like seeing someone... No, if somebody's really hurt,
You draw the line at like a mob hit or something.
a gang war. We would stop it. I can't say anything. I'll have to come back in 5 years and tell you about it.
But congratulations. I mean, it's
Thank you.
no small accomplishment to be the center of two very, very successful television programs in these days.
Well, thank you. But
Time to go.
hold me.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here with Johnny Cash. What was that? Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest star is in not one, but two of the nation's most successful television shows. Here he is, the man with all the syndication money, Bob Saget. Bob! How you doing?
The wonderful magic of Gurnick.
Yeah. You don't have a cab driver on your shows, do you?
We actually have one living in our home now.
Oh, good for you.
We keep the meter running all the time.
Welcome to New York City. What brings you here? You're here in town for the holidays.
Gurnick brought me here. He barely fit through that thing. That was like watching labor. I thought he was going to lose a mirror for sure.
No, he did a very high precision job of motoring to get us in here.
Now, how do you get him out of here is the question.
Well, that's a whole different deal.
Regurgitate some of that butter and just kind of...
A trunk full of dynamite would be my guess.
just blow him right out of the building.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quickly, I have hidden a matzah somewhere in the studio. It's Easter egg matzah of some kind. Gurnick, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I want to be with him. So, his window's half open. He's not sure whether he's going to be underwater and might have to make an escape. So, are you well?
I'm fine, Bob. I'm
Good.
fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm with family.
What brings you to New York?
A lot. Oh, good thing you asked that again, because I forgot.
Yes.
Because my brain's gone.
Well, don't do that again.
I won't, I swear.
Okay.
Whatever you say, it's your rules, boss. My family, I'm with family that's a lot of family, and I love them. but
In-laws?
it's-
Is that what you're talking
I
about?
love my in-laws.
Yeah.
They're great. No trashing here. But there's a lot of people that I don't know if I'm related to or not, and they've been lip-kissing me a lot. I don't know them. It's women with bright red lips that come toward me. Like, they're lovely people, but they're like a freshwater carp in 3D, and they're coming toward me, and they're kissing me. Have you ever had this where people kiss you on the lips no matter what you do, and if you move your face, like, they'll kiss your cheek and then wipe it off and just go right to the bone? I mean, I'm having a problem right now with being kissed too much on the lips. So if you're watching, please, ladies, I love you all, but please stop trying to kiss me on the lips. Okay, I take it back. French me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was going nowhere. But I have to tell you something that actually is humorous. No, I can do that. I swear. This is a totally true thing. I have a cousin named Eddie, right, who's my family, who I couldn't see him this time, and because I was getting kissed so much. And he's a very fun-loving guy, and he made this product called Super Shower. Now, Super Shower...
I don't know what that is.
Well, not
why
many
don't you
people
tell us?
do. It's a fabulous thing he made, and it's a product that you unscrew your shower nozzle, and you put this thing in. It's like a long vacuum cleaner attachment, and you can get showered from the front and showered from the back. I guess if you don't want to turn around...
Yeah, it takes the drudgery out of turning around.
Exactly.
Yes.
Unless you're standing on like a lazy Susan, and then I guess you
Oh,
could
no,
spin.
now I have to turn around. Oh, damn.
Exactly. So he asked me to do an infomercial for him about 2 years ago. And, for home shopping or QVC or something. And I said, no, I'm sorry, but, I hope you do well with your product.
Sure.
My nephew calls me about 2 weeks ago. I'm watching the Court Channel. He actually told me to tune to it because the Court Channel, you know, it's really not fun watching unless it's the Menendezes or the Bobbits or something. It's not good viewing. So suddenly, Super Shower comes on. I see a commercial for Super Shower, and then I'm watching, and my cousin Eddie is naked in the shower. And members of his family and friends of his, they're all naked. Well, you know, they're topless basically, but I knew they were naked. And I'm freaking out. I realized at that moment that I should have done it. I made a mistake. I could have been naked on Court TV. And I didn't even think about it. And I feel bad for him, but if he can come out with a product that could, like, blow dry you from the back and the front, I might do that. You know, if he comes out with a new, innovative thing that Gurnak could use.
Some kind of adaptation of the Flowbee, perhaps.
What is a
Taking
Flowbee?
existing technology and combining it with his own. The Flowbee is that thing where you hook your head up to a vacuum cleaner and you cut your hair.
No.
Yeah.
It's not a real thing.
No. Over 3 million sold.
The Flowbee?
The Flowbee, yeah.
It sounds like an award for dumb people or something.
No. What are you living in Brussels or something?
Well, you know, I've been so busy with all my incredible success.
Go back and talk to the cab driver.
Okay, whatever.
We got to pause for a commercial. We'll be back here with Bob Saget. John Waters. And we have Gurnak Basanti. Gurnak, nice to see you. There you go. Can you turn your light on up there? Can you turn the off-duty light on? There you go. Nice job. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, good. So, Bob, you mentioned that you're visiting family, and now when you come back, you live on the West Coast.
Right.
You bring all your kids, don't you? You got like 9 kids of your own.
We have 14. We're like kind of like a Brady Cowsill kind of thing. No, I got 3. I have 3 kids. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
3 daughters. And
what's it like traveling with them?
It's not bad. We just put them in the luggage and hope for the best. No, we, LA's been weird. They've been scared, you know, because of quakes and stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it must have been probably terrifying for children.
Were you glad you were here and not there?
Well, I felt badly because I still have friends, of course,
right.
in Los Angeles, and I felt terrible about that. Yeah.
How many friends would you say you have? all told.
Well, just the white pages alone, I'd say. I consider each and every one of our viewers to be a good friend. There you go. Is there a suckier man alive than me? So
I think I am.
Anyway, so the kids were traumatized by
We're
this.
all a little weirded out. My wife was a little crazy. You know, I'm paranoid a little bit. From,
Yeah.
you know,
How can you not be?
Well,
Sure.
you lay in bed and you go, honey, you know, did you feel that? But I do that every night with her anyway. But thank you. But it's interesting. Thank you, by the way. My parents, it's upsetting for them because they live near us as well in L.A. And they, I said, Dad, what were you guys doing? He said, your mother and I were making love. Mm-hmm. And I said, at 4:30 in the morning, you and Mom, first thing, I don't want to think about it, but
No.
you guys were doing that? And he said, well, that's what I told your mother we were doing. And that was a joke. He said it, and it was a joke, and she believed it. She didn't know. The bed was moving. She was happy. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. I did it again. I do it all. I just screw up. But it's over now. But my daughters are doing okay with it. I carry like a portable archway through the entire house.
That's what they say. You're supposed to get under a door frame.
But you got to be careful because the door can snap your fingers off, they say.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of the things they say. If you're going to wedge yourself in there, be careful. Mm-hmm. By the way, I just want to say that I saw the piano, you know, for the Academy Awards. I saw that, and this is a bad joke. You ready?
Yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs up. That was the joke. See? Did you see it?
Yes, I did see the piano, yeah. Why didn't you warn us about every bad joke, Bob? All right. How's the video show going? I watched a little bit of that last night. The big, what is it called, the video show? America's Funniest Home Videos.
America's Funniest Biblical Videos. It's the bibliography show. I got to say hoo-ha last night. I don't know what it means. I made it up, but I got to say it. You can say it. You're so fortunate. I mean, being, you know, the king that you are in your own fabulous world with so many friends. But well, hold it. See, I told you I could do it. Let me just get that off
sir.
there. But I mean, I can't really say butt anymore, or I can't say crotch. Or I can't say Nerf because it's a product name, but you can see someone get hit in the crotch with a Nerf bat. That you can do.
That's okay, yeah.
That's fine. But people love it because they love seeing people get hit in the crotch. But see, 60 Minutes, we're still doing very well. But I think they could take our viewers if, like, Mike Wallace would let himself get hit in the crotch, you know, with Andy Rooney's chair or something, you know. Then I think maybe they would hurt us.
How long has that show been on the air?
We're going into 6 years next year.
6 years? It doesn't seem like it's that long, does it?
No, it's weird. Actually, some people say it's 5 years because our first season was only 13 weeks, but I don't
And then
care.
your other show, which is...
We're going into 8 years on Full House.
Oh, my God, that's...
Yeah. Actually, it's weird. This year, I don't know what happened. I accepted them as my second dysfunctional family. Not that my family's dysfunctional, because they're not. I have a beautiful family, but my 4-year-old wipes her nose on the wall. But actually, my 4-year-old is my biggest problem now because she doesn't like laughing. She has like a problem, and I'm supposed to be a comedian.
That's
but
bad for you.
Unless I have a horn with me, I have problems. But she's like, I don't like laughing. And she screams it and goes in her room and slams her door. I'm in hell.
This must be heartbreaking. That's awful.
It's really rough. But she also has the other night. This is all true stuff. Not that it matters, but it is. And I was sitting at the table, and she said, "I want dinner now, damn it."
4 years old?
4 years old, and she has a New York accent, which is odd because she wasn't born here. And I said, "I don't want you using that language, please." And she said, "I say whatever you say." And then I just looked right at her because it was a weird moment, and I said, "Who are you?" And she went, "You." It was like, and she's right. She's basically a miniature me, except I don't wear leotards. But
that would explain the nose on the wall thing, wouldn't it? I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't wipe my nose on the wall. I don't. You're saying, wait a minute, you're saying that I wipe my nose on the wall?
It was kind of the joke. Yeah, that's what I was getting at there. But it's only a joke. Of course, I know that you don't.
No, I don't really wipe my nose on the wall.
Yeah.
I have someone come in and I use their sleeve.
There you go. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by, and the best of everything to you.
David.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here. Our next guest is an entertaining gentleman and the star of 2 primetime television programs. They are, of course, Full House and America's Wackiest Home Bloopers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. ABC, Bob Saget. Bob! Nice to see you. That's very generous of you, delivering fruit. Oh, by the way, here, help yourself to a clam.
You know, it just looks, it's not right.
No, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with those clams. Hey, how you doing? Happy...
America's Wackiest Home Bloopers.
Well,
it's like a nightmare. I just picture myself...
We're playing around with it. How are both of those shows? They've been on, one's been on 8 years, one's been on 6 years.
It's amazing, 8 years and 6 years. I've done 14 years of TV in a couple weekends. It's bizarre. Basically, the video show is just people getting hit in the nards, and I make cash on it. I can't figure it out.
Wow.
Nards are clams that have sat for a long time.
Oh, good.
And, enjoy your meal.
Uh-huh.
And it's on. I can't believe it. They actually I wanted to bring a video tonight, and I couldn't bring it.
What's the matter?
It was a one you can't show on the air at 7 o'clock. It was a cow doing a tractor, is what it was. A cow seriously.
A cow having sex. A cow mating a tractor.
Exactly. And they said, the producers told me they would not give it to me for this show because they wanted to save it for a special occasion. So, your anniversary? I don't know what.
So you got a command performance. Good Lord. But that's a perfect setup to the joke. A cow having sex with a tractor, and you get, what is the punchline there? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hulk Hogan, maybe. I don't know.
Whatever it is, you have to oil it daily. I don't know.
Welcome back to New York City. You like coming back here, don't you?
I'm here because my wife and I cannot be alone. We have no romantic time together unless we're away from our kids.
Well,
no, we do have a romantic time together, as you know, because I sent you a tape. But actually, the two...
Sorry, you offered me clams and it just hit me. Happy New Year, by the way.
Thank you very much. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 children. No
So
waiting.
you and your wife are now kind of a romantic getaway
We
weekend.
have to be 3,000 miles away from
That's
our
good.
kids. She just left with Christian Slater. He's taking a skeet shooting, is actually where they're going right now. They're actually, something weird, just like throw some clams up and try to hit them with some kind of a zip gun. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
But the Full House show is on, and my
Yeah.
kids are on. Everything's just so damn good. And the Full House program, that is weird because actually thank you for laughing alone, Biff. Both of my shows are up for renewal, and we haven't been picked up on Full House yet. My contract is up, and I got, like, weird friends of mine said, do not, you have to come back. You know, you don't give up a hit show. Like
Well,
McLean
sure. I mean,
Stevenson.
without the twins, then then there's you, so they can't do the show without you.
They could,
almost.
though. See, that's the thing. I mean, McLean Stevenson quit the show
Yeah,
on
that's right.
MASH. They put him on a tractor.
You want to get back to that tape, don't you?
I want to watch that cow going at it, man. I want to hear that bell around the neck.
I think
ring.
probably a bull. Was it a bull, not a cow?
It was
probably
no,
a bull.
I heard it was a cow. Maybe you know what? They couldn't tell
odd.
the difference. I think.
Yeah.
It turned its head and coughed. I don't know.
Yeah, what does a tractor care anyway?
Doesn't matter. So they put McLean Stevenson on a tractor and they blew him up. No, it was a helicopter, of course. So I figure, now that I'm back to it, with Full House, it could be very weird for me if I don't come back. I mean, they can have, like, the dog comes in with my severed hand in his mouth and the kids just go,
You don't
sorry,
want that,
Dad
no.
got hit by a bus. We're really sorry. Then Mickey Rooney comes in at the end of the show and they're all hugging and kissing at the end. Nobody gives a damn. It
That's
doesn't
the way
matter.
television is.
And then they serve clams. Nobody
That's
even
one
knows.
of the cold, hard realities of television. What about your folks, your in-laws? How are they? Your dad? Everybody good?
Actually, my dad's not been. My in-laws are great. They're doing beautiful. My dad had a little bit of a health problem. He's okay now, though.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for the trouble.
Oh,
How old a man is your dad?
My dad's 77, and he's going on like 15 sexually. He, no, it's interesting. No, wait a minute. Hear me out on this, because he was with this cow on a tractor. No, what happened was. Oh, I will have one of those. No, I won't.
The old suicide clams.
Oh, man. And then castanets.
When are they going to be on again, Paul? Can you make that book?
Suicide clams.
They
We
are
got
the
'em
best.
coming up, yeah.
All right, get
At the
them
end of
next
the
week.
week,
If
yeah.
Friday night, if
I
you
love
can get
that.
them in here.
Hardcore.
Come back Friday. The suicide clams will be here.
Actually, just take a clam and so my dad had this actual problem. He had a bubble on his brain. He's okay. It's not it was serious. My mom said it damaged part of his brain, but the doctor said it wasn't the part that he was using. I swear to God. And then
Really,
she said,
a bubble on the man's brain. That's
and it
very,
passed.
very serious.
She said it's okay, and he's fine now. But he's had kind of a weird. He's got like a Norm Crosby, you know that malaprops that Norm does. You know that deal. I swear, this is not. He's like they went to movies over Christmas vacation.
That's
They said
good,
these
yeah.
are the movies we saw. We saw that new Kreskin Quarantino movie. This is the kind of stuff he's doing. Listen, then he said we saw this movie Death in the Mist with Cigna. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I figured out that it was Gorillas in the Mist. He's thinking of Sigourney Weaver, and it's
Right.
Death in the Maiden.
Ah.
So Cigna is like some strange Viking cave language that the man is not speaking. Then he said, we love the new Howard Schwarzenegger movie. He's not kidding. He's just totally whacked.
And this is as a result of his little
No,
health problem?
he was like that before. I think.
I
Now he realizes that it's panel for a talk show, so he gives it to me as quickly as possible. Then the weirdest one, he said, I saw this movie about sexual, what is it? You know what we all go through in our lives. No, the harassment deal.
Oh, sexual harassment.
With Manny Douglas and Dentine Moore. And I said, Dad, it's sexual harassment. It's not beef stew. You know, Manny Douglas. That's a good name for a movie star, Manny.
But the important thing is that he's doing better. Everything is going to be all right.
He's fine. My mom takes care of my
good
mom.
for him.
My
God
mom
bless him.
is. If she was here and you had like sneezed, she would like give you a Kleenex. She actually.
That's very nice of
she
her.
would-
That's
She has
very
a
sweet.
dispenser put in the top of her head. She actually pulls Kleenexes out of her head.
Listen, it's great to see you. My best to your wife and the family, and good
you.
luck on both shows.
They're still there.
And anytime you're in New York City, drop in and say hello.
I'll be back tonight.
Thank you very much, Bob. Good to have you here. Bob Saget, kids. We'll be right back with the Allman Brothers. Our first guest tonight is a very entertaining gentleman who is the star of the wildly popular program America's Funniest Home Videos. Boy, we got thousands and thousands of feet of tape. We could send him tonight.
That's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bob Saget. Yes, sir. Hey, Bob.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Did I misunderstand you?
Thank you very much for coming in. I certainly appreciate that.
I'm happy to be here. It's so hot outside.
Oh, it's
I'm glad
nasty.
to be in here. It's damn hot.
Yes,
you
it
were
is.
talking about the cruise line that was gone, that ship
Yeah, the
load
Carnival
of, that
cruise.
ship
Yeah.
load of people.
Yeah, my
that
friend.
was
Yeah,
missing.
that's right.
Exactly. I heard. I was backstage.
Man is a comedy genius,
It
ladies
just
and gentlemen.
happens. I don't know how it happens.
Tell me about yourself. Tell us about your recent past, and then find out what you've been doing so far lately. What'd you do? What happened yesterday?
I'm living with a man named Holland in a small tunnel, and it's freezing. It's just so cold, but it's so hot. I
Yeah.
can't even figure it out. The truth is, my hands are very sore because I've been living with a man named Holland. No, I've been. So just hit me with the mic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be okay. I did something really cool yesterday. I actually was helping build houses with Jimmy Carter.
No, really?
Yes, President Jimmy Carter. Thank you. Well, I did like 4 hours. I mean, I wasn't like a major.
How do you get included in that? Is this something you had wanted to do? And if so, congratulations. That's a nice thing. But
I hang out at a lot of work sites, and I just
picking up day labor?
exactly.
Yeah.
Please take me today. I need more work. Full House is canceled. Actually,
Yeah, one of your TV shows is not on the air now.
Paul's asking me for half my salary now. It's very upsetting. What happened? You were, weren't you, Paul?
Well, you had a good year last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I met Akeem backstage.
Yeah.
And that was very, very cool.
He's the gentle giant.
He is. He really is, actually. Yeah. But it's very hot up there. Yeah. Incredibly hot in the studio. So what happened was.
You want to go for a swim?
Yeah. Definitely. No, I do. May I?
No.
Okay. So let me.
We want to hear
Yeah,
about you and
it's
President
called,
Carter.
It's called the Habitat for Humanity.
He's done this all over the world,
He's
hasn't
built like
he?
40,000 houses.
Yes, it's
I mean,
a wonderful
single-handedly.
thing. Wonderful
Rosalind just
thing to do.
stands there with the nails. And
Well,
he did the two of
almost,
them.
nearly. I mean,
It
sure.
It is so pure and so cool, and but it was very hot when we were doing it yesterday.
Right.
And I was with a hammer and nails. I'm not really good at it. I did it for only about 4 hours. I was with
how did you
ABC
get to do
invited
it?
me. It's
Oh, I see.
sponsored by a lot of corporations. So Disney did a house, and ABC, a bunch of corporations. And I was in the ABC house, and a lot of executives. Ted Harbert, the president of ABC. I was hammering next to Ted. And you want your home built by network execs. I mean, that's, you know, it's going to be real firm. They're just looking for the cable hookup. Where's that going to go? You know, where's the Nielsen box? Where can we plug it in? And and also a few other celebrities were there. Lou Gossett Jr. and Ali McGraw, and that was good. The A-frame's up, and she's like putting furniture in already, and the drapes are going up. They were very, very kind to be there.
It's very generous of you to do this.
I met a guy. Well, not really. I mean, it's like I'm very fortunate, and these people are. This is the man whose house it is a minister. His name is Stu, and he's a really nice guy. And he has to put in 500 hours working on his own home, and along with all the other volunteers that come in, there's some real construction workers, not just me. You know, you don't want your house built like Bob Saget built this wall. You know, I learned what toenailing is, which is like, you know what that is?
Yeah, you drive a nail at like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Have you done that a lot?
Well, no, I just took a wild guess. What do you think? Of course.
No, I mean, wait a minute. Maybe you got like an A.N. Wood shop or something. I don't know.
It's just the kind of thing you know when you grow up in Indiana.
Indiana does a lot of like 2x4 toenailing.
Real men do a lot of that kind of
That's
thing.
what I had. I had a problem though because I came in. I wanted to be like a guy, so I started not curse, but I would hit my thumb and I went damn, and they went, "Please don't talk like this. Is a minister's home." And I started going, "Dang, dag nabbit." You know, I didn't know what to do. I said shipload a couple times. I didn't know what I was doing, and. It was very exciting for me, too, because I had lunch with President Carter.
Yeah.
So I was
nice
sitting,
man, isn't he?
Very, very
Very
nice.
intelligent, and has a great heart, I think.
He's really nice. He offered me some prunes. Actually, they had like... That's what you want. You want someone that, when you're doing that kind of work...
You're doing construction work,
you want just someone that keeps you going all day.
Oh, no.
But he was so... I asked him, I actually said to him, did you do that kind of work in the White House? Did you used to do like patchwork? And he said, no, I did some carpentry in the basement sometimes. Actually, I think it's a Michael Jackson impression. I have one impression. I only have one impression. I do the voices on the video show. It's very wacky. But then I said, you've never spackled? Nothing? There was nothing like near Washington's picture, no spackling? I can't believe he lived in a house and never spackled.
Right.
He was very busy, apparently. I don't know. But he was so kind, and I was very happy to be part of it. It's an amazing thing because he's actually building homes for people.
That is great. That is great. Yeah, all right. We have to do a commercial, Bob. Just waiting for you to finish up.
That's great, Bob.
Yeah. So I'm going to make...
Thanks for stopping by.
Well, what do you want me to do? I
want to go in the pool with you.
No, all right. We have to do a commercial, and we'll get him in the front in a minute. We'll be right back. I understand our friend Dan is at the pool now and ready to go in. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. This is on top of the Days Inn around the corner. I don't know. It'd be impossible not to find Dan with the shirt. Oh, there he is. He's bothering other bathers. All right. All right, anytime. Anytime. Here we go. Yes, sir. Okay.
Proud of that Bull's mom.
Yeah.
They do a lot of business there.
When I get this up, I guess I should have asked him before if he could swim. That occurred to me just as he was leaving the pavement. I thought, I wonder if Dan can swim. Hakeem Olajuwon is on the program, and Tricia Yearwood will be out here a bit later. Tell me about your vacation. You and your wife went without the kids. You have 3 kids. I know that from the years that we've been together on these shows. And
Yes.
you went to Italy for 2 weeks.
We did.
That sounds great. I would love to do that.
There's like, you want to go?
I would love to go now.
Okay, after we cannonball, we'll do it.
All right.
I actually, we went to Positano, Rome, Florence, and Venice in 2 days. We did it on 50 cents a day.
You know, Rome is the... I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
forgive
no,
me.
you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm just happy to be out.
All right, highlight the trip for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to smack me. Just
No,
seriously.
no.
Come on.
I should be smacked. Let's just smack each other. Just drop each other cold.
You wanna? You wanna see that? Okay. we went on my birthday. It was right around that time. We went to a beautiful town.
How old a man are you, may I ask?
I'm 39.
Yeah.
Same exact day born as Sugar Ray Leonard. He's also 39.
Yeah, good.
So I'm very excited about that. People came up to me and wished me happy birthday
In Italy?
In Italy, because they saw it on CNN International.
Yeah, it's
which
big
was
news. Big international
big
news.
The Bosnian coast has been raided, but the big news is Bob Saget and Sugar Ray Leonard, 39. And we went to Pompeii, which is the town which is everybody's covered
in lava.
It's like
Sure.
Newark. Same kind of thing. I want a cannonball now. I want to sink. I can't swim. No, I can. But the thing is, it was so. They have all the people that are covered in lava. They've got these people. Have you seen this?
No, I've never been there.
It's amazing. It's a nice place to have lunch. But they've got like people just like frozen back there, and they're under plastic, and their teeth are like perfect. It's like the Castaneda 210. You know, it's the same kind of deal. It's like plastic, and
You hate him now, too, don't you?
they hate me. You really hate me. Oh man. I'm so happy.
So you had a good time.
I had probably one of the best times. My wife
That's
and I,
great.
we were together, and you know what I'm saying. And
No, I don't know what you're saying exactly.
no, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was-
that's not how she tells it, but okay. They hate me now again.
They're right. They're right. Oh, man.
Are you going to jump in the pool for us?
You want me to?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, fuck.
We'll be right back, folks. Thanks, Bob. For many years, our next guest was the star of not just one, but 2 very popular television programs, Full House, Paul's favorite, and we all love the bloopers show. Was that it? We all love the bloopers? Well, whatever it was. Now he's directed his first feature film called Dirty Work, starring our old buddy Norm Macdonald. It opens June 12th. Here's Bob Saget. Bob, come on. Saget. Nice to see you, buddy. How you
Yeah, I'm the
doing?
blooper guy.
Yeah, you're the blooper guy.
That wacky thing.
And that made you a billionaire, buddy. Don't
No,
kid
it
yourself.
didn't.
The bloopers.
I just watch people getting hit in the nuts every week.
Hey!
I'm actually convinced that half the people on that show died. The making of that show. I think
How long were you on that show?
8 years.
Yeah.
And I think when a kid went into a bush, he like fell head first into like a thing went through his eye. You know?
No!
Like, that's only half the people. And some of them won money.
Well, and now who took over the blooper duties?
Blooper duty, which would be a very... it was It should be a Chuck Berry video.
Yeah.
No, it was, what? It was what? It was, I believe, Daisy Fuentes and some guy named John. I've never seen the show.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've never seen the new show.
No, was there acrimony when you departed?
No, I got no alimony during it.
No, acrimony, I say.
I'm Norm Crosby.
Yeah,
I'm doing malaprops.
And why not, for heaven's sake?
Exactly.
Everything's up for grabs now that Merv Griffin is dead.
I thought he was... Oh, my God.
Not dead.
Now, I used to go on that show.
I used to go on the show. I loved it. I thought it had a great show. No,
I got
he's
bumped
not
3
dead.
times.
I just say that just to upset him.
He was dead when I did the show, actually. No, he's fine. He's a nice man. He's wonderful.
Now, so okay, you're not on the blooper show anymore. You're directing, and your star, Norm Macdonald, was here a couple of nights ago.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
he's a funny man.
He's just walking around funny. This
Yeah,
is one of
yeah,
you
yeah.
just wake Norm up. He's funny till he goes back to sleep.
That's actually, I've seen him sleep. He's very funny when he sleeps. I've slept with him.
Who?
I didn't sleep. I was awake the whole time, but he was out cold. But what's interesting about it is it's a fun movie. But I heard what you said to him the other night.
Well, that's right. I said, can Bob Saget direct?
And he
or
went,
something?
no.
Yeah.
Which was nice. It was just a no. And then you said, to direct everybody to like get hit in the face with a rake
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
something.
right. Yeah, people
Did everybody fall down all the
boing,
time.
Yeah.
And that did not happen.
No, it did not happen.
No one. Well, actually, there is a lot of falling down in the film. That's why I think that the producer Bob Simons hired me because he used to watch my video show and people got the crap beat out of each other and thought that I was perfect for this film.
Sure, a lot of stunt work. Now, is Norm, Turnabout's fair play, is Norm a good actor?
I think he's very good. He committed to the part. He was. I felt like he was my ingenue. I mean, I was in love with him the whole time. But no. I'm sorry. Okay. What he did was he would have like his. You learn about people, right? When they're acting.
Yeah.
You know about a lot about them, and he would have this eye take that he would do, and when someone was really funny as a punchline, I'd go, do that thing.
Well, that's what Norm does?
Well, I don't think so. I'm a bad actor, but I'm a good actor, but I was a bad director. No, you guys were right. I sucked. But what happened was, then I would say it was being like an emotional moment. I'd say, do that little eye take again. So he would do like a little scene, and then he'd do it again.
Oh, so he does. He just kind of does that.
He did it great. Every time I asked him to do it, he would just do it.
Like blunt force trauma to the head.
Yeah, actually, it was one of his eyes actually popped out.
Yeah.
It was like a whole Marty Feldman thing that happened by the end there.
Now he is dead. Now there's a guy who's dead.
Marty Feldman
is dead. Yeah.
But he never owned a hotel though.
No, well, you don't never know. Maybe he did.
You're right. How have you been?
Pretty good. Thank you very much. I'm not
All right.
getting enough sleep.
So you're not sleeping?
No, I'm sleep deprivation.
Why don't you just medicate?
What you think I'm like sober?
Oh. You just like drunk all the time?
Just rum cocktail.
You just pass out in your
punch,
in your booze.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Want to do a movie?
Yeah, I'd love to.
We could have a grand old time.
So, mention who else is in the film. It's a pretty good cast.
It's great. There's a new guy from Mad TV. We found him, Artie Lang. And Jack Warden and Chevy Chase is very funny. And Trailer Howard and Chris McDonald and Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Now, there's another guy. It's just too bad because...
Yeah.
When he's in a scene, that's all you want. You just take all of that you can get because that guy's funny inside out.
He's just funny
it's a damn
and
shame.
a
It's
real
too bad.
sweet guy.
Yeah.
Great heart.
And whenever he used to be on this show, I'm telling you, he would go through the roof. The electricity.
He played Jimmy No Nose, whose nose got bitten off by a Saigon whore.
I saw the scene.
That's it's a PG-13, but we get to say the word whore a lot in the movie. Except sometimes Jack Warden would say whore, and it upset the producer because you have to say it the right way with the hard O.
I didn't realize that. Of course, they have the regulations for films and such.
Exactly.
Yeah. The film opens up. When does the thing open up? Dirty Work.
June 12th.
June 12th. What do you think? A big hit for you?
I hope so.
Yeah,
it's really
nice.
funny, and I really love it.
Be nice for you and Norm.
I think so.
Yeah.
And he and I can go together and wear sundresses and just hold hands throughout the whole movie.
No idea what he's talking about. Good to see you again, Bob. Thank you very much.
David.
Bob
Thank you very
Saget,
much.
ladies and gentlemen. Right here. We'll be right back with some music from the Lilith Fair. Thank you very much, Paul. Our next guest is one of the comedians featured in a film entitled The Aristocrats, which will be released on DVD January 24th. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bob Saget.
Good to have you back in the program. Welcome back. How have you been? Everything good in your life?
Everything's great. I'm just worried I was going to combust backstage.
Don't worry.
Something like that.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Really good to see you.
Thank you. Just came in, did you?
I did. I flew in last night and I was delayed. I did it's the obligatory answer.
Oh.
But I had a problem. We had an equipment thing. It was about an hour and a half delayed, and they said a part needed to be replaced. And the guy went, and they said it took him, he had to go across the entire field to go get this part. He comes back, and then I meet the pilot who tells me he went to high school with me. And I'm like, yeah? And he goes, you don't remember me, do you, Bob? And what you don't want is to upset your pilot.
He's angry now.
He's a little bit, we were at the reunion. I said, I didn't go to the reunion. And he goes, no, you did. And you don't remember me. And then I'm upset. They bring the part. The guy looks like ZZ Top, who brings the part. I say to the guy, the part guy, is this part essential to the plane? I kind of elected myself the mayor of the first class section. And he goes, no, we don't need this part.
Really?
So I'm like, well, why do we have to even be delayed? Then we take off, and the pilot comes over the loudspeaker and says, no, he does the usual thing, which is upsetting. If you look out your right, you will see an observatory, Bob.
Oh.
It was all directed.
He singled you out.
Well, no, I think I was still on malaria medicine from this trip that I took, so I think I was kind of hallucinating the whole thing.
Where had you gone?
I know where. I just wanted to take malaria medicine. I just stayed at home and took the... You never done that?
No, occasionally I'll take some Tylenol PM, but that's about all.
I actually went to South Africa.
Oh, what a lovely trip. How was that?
It was
nice?
It was remarkable.
Yeah.
We went to Cape Town and we saw Nelson Mandela's cell, which it wasn't that bad. I mean, he had a window and everything, but no, that's a horrible. That's just like a joke because it was very moving, truthfully, and they've only had democracy there for 12 years, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was on malaria medicine.
Sure.
But we actually went on a safari.
Oh yeah.
Which was. Tell me about it. But it was remarkable. We saw the Big Five.
The Big Five, of course. Elephant.
Right.
Lion.
Right.
A tiger.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. That's in India, I believe.
Okay. Bunnies.
Bunnies. It was a very scary bunnies.
What is the Big Five?
It's a giraffe, a rhino, a zebra, an elephant, and a lion. Yeah. And I was with my kids and my friends and their kids. It was a wonderful, wonderful trip. And it was very nice. I had like a pool in my unit, but I looked out the window and there was a baboon soaking his bare ass in the pool. Wow. And they said go swim in the pool during the afternoon after the safari. And I'm like, no, there's like a disgusting animal's ass in the pool. And then I'll tell you what's not a Big Five is the hyena, which is a horrific animal. Do you know this animal?
I don't know much about it except people always say that it laughs like a hyena. Did you observe that?
They don't laugh. And it really upset me because nothing. I got nothing.
Oh, that must have been discouraging.
Well, but then next to this pool where I wouldn't go in the pool because the baboon had soaked his bare ass in the pool, I took a shower. There was an outdoor shower, and the hyenas laughed at that. That was a joke.
Oh, my God.
I was on malaria medicine. I have no idea.
You get no respect.
I get nothing. But what's amazing is we did see a kill, which is something I never thought.
In the wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been exciting and sort of also reviling, I would think.
It was like 3 hours of watching these lions, and they killed a baby. It was upsetting, a baby water buffalo, and I couldn't watch it for more than 4 or 5 hours. And but we had a vehicle with the adults in it, and then we had a vehicle with the kids in it.
Right.
A separate vehicle, just in case anything happened to us, we could just give them the kids. But no. But we watched this horrific act, and then when the lions are finished, the hyena and the vulture, they are the scavengers, so they come in and get the remains of what
they finish up.
They finish up, and then there's like 10% left, which they give to their agents.
I didn't know that.
Which is.
And now
I was on malaria medicine.
But is it? Did you have any frightening experiences? Because I understand you're very close to the actual animals. You're in their home and they're walking around. Did you have any trouble?
We had the two vehicles, and our vehicle started to sink in the mud.
Oh, no.
And I say to our guide, is this quicksand? And he said, it's like quicksand. Yeah. What is like quicksand? So we're sinking and we're stuck. So they bring the kids over in their vehicle to tie a chain to our vehicle and pull us out of the mud. Good. That doesn't work.
No.
So we're upset. There's lions eating things. They were eating and a wildebeest, which is a dumb animal. They're not right, and they're getting eaten, which makes them stupider. But we had to get from our vehicle to the kids' vehicle, so all of us got into their vehicle, and we gave them one of the kids so it would distract them. But it was a near-death experience, actually.
Wow.
I thought, but they say they don't even bother you.
Yeah, but still, it sounds like it might have been life-altering a little bit, don't you think? It
Actually,
give you a good perspective on things?
Yeah, I've been trying to come up with like funny banter about it, but it really did. It was a life-changing thing because it was
watching
the cycle of life.
Yeah. Let's talk about the
I'd like to sing something from The Lion King now.
Please, go right ahead. Let's talk about the Aristocrats. And I think people perhaps understand. If they don't understand, tell them what the movie is.
It's a family film. Well, it's kind of about a family, but it's not right for people with good moral fiber. But it's an interesting documentary done by my friends Penn Jillette and Paul Provenza, and they went out and filmed 100 comedians, and they kind of tell the same joke. Are you familiar with that joke?
Yes, I know the joke.
It never really blew me away, but the idea of it is how can you riff? How can you do jazz with the joke?
Right.
And how dirty can you be is the premise of it.
Yeah.
And I find it an interesting movie just because I love comedy, and George Carlin is very wonderful in it. He's kind of the Yoda
Like
of the movie.
100 comedians.
Yes, and then people don't tell the joke, like Don Rickles, who I love more than anything.
Yeah. He does not tell the joke?
He does not. He just goes, that's not what I do. I don't talk like that. I directed him once. I was lucky to be with him. And I went to dinner. I go to a restaurant. He walks over to me, and he, like, smacks me in the face and then holds me and whispers in my ear, I don't miss you at all. So, he's Don Rickles. He's a wonderful man.
But anyway, on January 24th, this will be available in stores on the very popular DVD format.
Yes.
The Aristocrats. Good
And
to
it
see you
is
again, Bob.
really great to see you, David.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Bob Saget, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back, everybody.